Hey everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, it's sort of the start maybe of a last ditch effort for reaching out to Netmarble. I have a feeling I'm going to do several videos about this. I really just want the game to be in a good place. I'm hoping we can get there. So I'm going to go through some stuff. I'm hoping to reach out. I hope this message reaches the folks at Netmarble, specifically marketing, and the head GM. I think it was Joe Lee, I think his name was. So hopefully I can do that.
졸리 씨, 마블 퓨처 레볼루션을 개발하여 플레이어 유지에 도움이 되는 몇 년 동안 지속될 수 있는 게임으로 발전시키는 것을 고려해 보세요. 저는 비디오를 만들 것이고 그것을 격려하는 데 도움이 될 수 있도록 비디오를 만들 것입니다. 마블 퓨처 레볼루션은 정말 엄청난 잠재력을 가지고 있습니다. 개인 플레이 유형의 아이템과 반복되는 재미부터 아마도 가장 중요한 것은 플레이어에게 조금 더 많은 장비를 제공하고 사람들이 성장할 수 있도록 사료라고 부르는 것에 이르기까지 몇 가지 사항을 조정하면 정말 좋은 수익을 올릴 수 있다고 생각합니다. 더 빠르게 발전할 수 있습니다.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so like I had mentioned, this video is a little bit more directed to Netmarble and Joe Lee and the marketing group. I've obviously been doing some videos in the past. I want, look, I don't know folks at Netmarble. Joe, if you guys have watched my channel, if you think about watching my channel, if you don't care about my channel, but for my own sake and for anybody I try to help with the game, I want you to consider looking at some of the things that I've put out there recently. So I've got a lot of different videos out there. This is my channel. You can find my channel in the description below if you want to come and find all these videos. So, recently I've got a video here that I did, I guess at this point it would have been yesterday, where it's just sort of it's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek, where it's just, I've got people saying, just be happy, everything's fine. Why are you bringing up anything negative? Well, you could do that. You could just be happy, yay. So it's kind of one of those videos. This one is another one questioning about what to do about that. Like, how do you make content? Should that content just be focused on positivity? So two somewhat similar videos. I've got one where I'm reacting to a video that Indie Gamer did about the game being dead. A questioning what the future holds. This is just a regular best special ops character. I did a little movie video with Scarlet Witch. I've got this one is honestly, I put this one in here and I hope this does sting a little bit, frankly, because I want to call it how I see it. I've seen a lot of different games that have come out from Netmarble that have had issues. Specifically, I think was it Seven Nights and GFO, I think the names of it were. And I just talked about that, and some people talked about the responses, communication from Netmarble, and then the fact that Netmarble was making another MMORPG with a huge IP. There was like a Star Wars, there was Marvel, now there's Game of Thrones. Those are three of the biggest IPs in the last 20 years, maybe 50 years, frankly. Besides Harry Potter, I'm not sure what else would really, be up there with something like that. So, I honestly question that. Just a general tip video. I talked about, again, where we go from here. I question trucks, which I'll get to in a little bit. This one here, I strongly encourage you to look at this one. I got some different information from players about, what they might want from Korea to EU. Unfortunately, it didn't get a lot of traction view-wise, and you'll notice, like, the amount of views that I've gotten, a lot of my videos are pretty small. And I've been seeing that happen more and more as the game keeps going on. I'm lucky to get, 1,500 views on videos, and I try to do everything I can to optimize those and get them out, and I do daily videos, etc. So I'm really trying to get those out there. Again, another guide video. I thought a dev note would be incoming about 11 days ago. This is my prediction that it was going to be in the last day or so, and we're still not getting one. I don't know if we're going to get one or not, but hopefully, and then with all that stuff coming, I actually looked, in the Marvel Showcase. I did a video about World of Heroes. It's like a Pokemon Go type game, because honestly, you guys aren't giving me a ton of confidence that I can base my channel off just this game, which I had originally intended to do. So I'm starting to look around a little bit. Then I just talk about Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man and just how OP they are. This We Got News thing is about something. We got some information where Danny came to the Discord, started chatting a little bit, because we're getting no communication from Netmarble at all. I will give you guys kudos. This Groot event is a fantastic free-to-play event. That's what that is about. I review player retention. Again, the numbers, which they weren't looking good, as you guys I'm sure aware. Here's one that I had Who's to Blame. Joe, if you're watching this, I had you on on the thumbnail there. It's all my videos are typically speculation. I obviously don't work there. I don't know. But, I couldn't figure anything out because the developers on this game clearly have put together a lot of pretty good stuff. And so I just started looking at other options. It was in marketing and like the head game master or producer, which was Joe. So I started looking at that and saying, is this a potential thing? Since we're going back in time, there was a Korean content creator, which actually had covered some of the videos that I'd put out there. And I was hopefully maybe that would draw some attention. It clearly didn't draw that much. I did another movie type video, which was just the Wolverine. So then I had this truck fundraiser video. Is sort of, some people had asked me to put out a video to see if there was interest in it. My understanding is that, again, Netmarble's had some trucks. You can see in the thumbnail there with some of your other games, there were people who sent trucks to your office in Korea and it got a response. It helped sort of push that. And some folks in the United States, people in Europe, people in even Korea were talking about potentially doing this. So I drew a little attention to that. Another video about the future being unclear, whether we need to fundraise that. This video was really the first one that where I think it was this one where I found out that Netmarble cut developers, and we found this out about 2 months after that happened. That drew a lot of attention. Cynic Alex did a video that was based off of this as well. He saw that and knew it. Now, again, before that, this was some discussions about what do we need to do? Do we need to go to Netmarble's office? Do we need to send trucks? Again, what's next? Just a general concept of what we need to do. You can see a lot of the themes here for these videos were very consistent. There was a PvP bug that I couldn't get necessarily replicate, but had something to do with if you were in Spec Ops, switched your preset, and then went into PvP, you wouldn't get some bonuses from your gear. This is just sort of like one of the first 3 videos that's like, what's happening here? Is everything going right? This one was just a general, does Netmarble even care? And given the responses, there was total lack of communication. I felt like maybe they don't. Best PvP build for Spider-Man, had to have that one out there. And then just a general, what's going on and should we be worried? That was 3 weeks ago. The rest of this stuff, is a lot of build videos. Got a couple of these did pretty well with Wolverine builds, which to me was telling me there was no advertising for Wolverine. It just kind of got released into the game. No retweets from Marvel, no Marvel Entertainment, no retweets from Marvel Games. And these were some of the better videos that I had in a long time, which told me that people cared about watching that. They wanted to watch that. So I had a lot of Wolverine stuff. The year anniversary never came around. Is there going to be an update on that? That's really where a lot of this stuff started. And then there was Wolverine videos, don't miss, update review, best character, a lot of other just things that were in here. This video, oddly enough, was about an article that Joe was in that I was given and you can see this is him pointing to the board. I read about that article. So, we confirmed Wolverine. Everybody was super hyped about that. It was like really, really cool things. And, unfortunately, it just didn't go anywhere, really. I mean, it just sort of like all fizzled out. And as you can see, a lot of these videos are like 1,000-ish views. Some of them are under, some of them a little over. During the Wolverine thing, this really was the perfect opportunity to blow this thing and get it going. So look, I'm gonna look at a couple of these things in the next few days. This what players want thing, please check that video out. It's really something that I think could be helpful to you guys if you're questioning. A couple of the things that I'm gonna definitely touch upon on that is just, player retention is low. Got to find a way, reoccurring content. The fodder, I know you guys think it's like enough, but it clearly isn't. And there's a huge gap between small players and whale players. And I watched the video from Edney Gamer today. Please check that out as well, where he talked about how the Star Wars game that you guys made a few years ago had some of the same problems that MFR is having now. So I recommend to you guys to look at that, learn from the mistakes, because look, I get that you could do this a few times, but at some point, a lot of gamers are just going to avoid Netmarble games, or maybe they won't. I don't know, or maybe you don't care. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping you care because, Marvel IP is something that a lot of people care about and play games for. And people really get into their games. They care about them. They're passionate. That's why I'm doing this video. So anyway, that's all I got. I hope you guys listen. For everybody else out there, not Netmarble, you know, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know anything you think particular is like worth one last ditch effort to sort of convince Netmarble to do something in the comments below or the Discord link below. Hammer down like buttons, all that stuff. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Mr. Joe Lee, please consider working on Marvel Future Revolution to evolve it into a game that can last for years and years and years that help player retention. I'm going to be doing videos and have done videos to hopefully help try to encourage that. Marvel Future Revolution really has a ton of potential, and I really think you could make really good money from it if you guys adjust some things in it, from gameplay type items and reoccurring fun to, and probably most importantly, giving players a little bit more gear and what we call fodder to help people grow and develop quicker.